Okay, here's a look at some masterpiece figures that I pulled off my masterpiece Autobot shelf because, can you guess? I am going to replace these figures, these nice figures, with Fans Toys version of Gears, with Fans Toys version of Cliff Jumper, with Fans Toys version of Mirage, and let's see, Fans Toys version of Trailbreaker. And if we move these aside, Fans Toys version of Blaster, Fans Toys version of Jazz, and Fans Toys version of Trailbreaker. But more than that, I think the Fans Toys, well, the official Takata version of Trailbreaker, which I think beats all three of these, or beats X-Transbots and Fans Toys. So now let's go a little bit more into detail. So, I was really anticipating the Fans Toys version, because I know the Fans Toys version is probably going to be better than this X-Transbot reissue. And it was particularly those white shoulder joints that I didn't like. But after seeing the Takata version and hearing people complaining about the light gray forearms and legs, which there's no reason to complain because that is definitely cartoon accurate. So put an end to that debate there. So then, I'm now so eagerly waiting for the Takata version of Trailbreaker. Even though, the engineering design doesn't look like a nice chest like this, but it is looking more cartoon accurate. And I recently saw the video of Fans Toys Trailbreaker. It's okay, but the white legs and forearm that's not cartoon accurate kind of bothers me. And then even the alt mode, this top window here, doesn't look as good as Takata's. So I'm really conflicted in getting the Fans Toys version of Trailbreaker. All I want now is just the official. But, I'm probably still gonna get it from Toy Dojo, where I have my pre-order at. And so then I'm gonna have 3 of them. So Takata will be my official, the Fans Toys will be my extra set. And this one, I may end up giving away, this nice Trailbreaker. Then, let's see, moving on, Blaster. Maybe I shouldn't have got this. This is by DX9. There's no question this looks really good. However, you can't tell here, but this color of reddish orange does not look very good, especially when it's not really painted. More importantly, when you put him next to Blaster or even Trax, the masterpiece version, it just doesn't mesh very well together. So this is gonna be moved to my extra set, and I have to wait for the Fans Toys version of this, which even the Fans Toys version of the head looks better. His mouth looks a little bit too wide. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I never should have got this and just kept the KFC as my extra. But we'll wait and see. And then Jazz. Well, there's no question about this. Fans Toys version of Jazz is going to be much better. And it was always very disappointing how Make Toys purposely did not paint or use a light blue, transparent blue for those headlights to be cartoon accurate. And they know what they're doing because they re-released this in a more toy deco with stickers with blue headlights. But I'm not falling for that. I'm not gonna buy another version and then just try to figure out what to do with this. But more importantly, Fans Toys version of this looks much better and is going to be the official masterpiece version of Jazz. So this is moving to my extra set, and this actually does still look nice even though the headlights are not blue. Then let's see, let's move over to Hoist. I gotta really think here because this is the second version, so they did make this cartoon accurate. You can see the top of the feet are painted white. And it does look nice, but the same issue with Trailbreaker. I really don't like those white shoulder joints. But this head looks nice. And when I look at the Fans Toys head, yeah, something seems a little off to me. And I don't know. But I'm probably still gonna get the Fans Toys version of Trailbreaker. But seeing how Takata did make Trailbreaker, I mean, it's only reasonable to assume that they might be making official Hoist as well. So just something to just hoping for. Now let's see, moving on. Cliff Jumper. I've already done my review, but since it hasn't been officially announced yet, but the official Cliff Jumper might be coming, which, you know, I already commented my concerns is it's not going to have light blue windows. It's going to be transparent windows like Bumblebee. And then the Fans Toys version, which definitely looks cool, and just eagerly waiting until official announcement of that and pre-orders go up. So that's why he's going off the shelf and into my extra set. And then let's see, Mirage. This is really a nice Mirage figure by Transform Element. So it's, you know, don't know if you really need to get the Fans Toys version. And the only issue with this is you see the sides of that center hip piece. It should be painted white to be cartoon accurate. That's nitpicking, but you know, it is visible to those who know. But just overall, this is really a nice figure. So, you know, I don't know if you need to spend money to get the Fans Toys version, especially if you have this nice version that costs a lot cheaper. But I am probably still gonna get the Fans Toys since I have all of them. That's the only reason why. Just to be a complete, getting all of their figures. But yeah, just sharing my thoughts. Don't really need to get the Fans Toys version if you have this. because this is really a nice figure. And last is Gears. I already did my review of the collection of Gears, but Fans Toys and Bad Cube. There's no question the Fans Toys is needed and looks much better. With some, questions about the head, in my opinion, because if you see the sides of his face, it should be, rounded out, like to complete this half dome shape. But Fans Toys just made it like a cutout. That's what is throwing it off for me. But, still can't wait to get the Fans Toys version. So, those two were in their episode together, before Optimus gave him back his personality chip. Trailbreaker said, we like Gears the way he is now. And then, of course, Cliff Jumper and Mirage in the episode. And then Cliff Jumper and Jazz in the movie. And Blaster. I don't know if he appeared with Jazz anywhere. But I think he was in the episode with Hoist when they went looking for Autobots. But anyways, that's a look at some of my masterpiece figures that I am going to be replacing. So after pulling out those masterpiece figures from the shelf, this is now what I currently have on the shelf for my masterpiece collection. And I just want to do a quick tour so I can see what I have, which, I'm really glad I'm making these videos, so I now have reference to see what I have instead of digging through the boxes looking for them. Yeah, let's just kind of go over them. There's no light blue transparent windows. Spike. So Bumblebee and Wheeljack appeared first in the episode. That's why they're together. This is the plus version, which looks really nice. And Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, where Windcharger helped rescue Bumblebee. And Windcharger appeared in the episode with Brawn. Fire on Mountain, I think. Yeah, just thinking about the cartoon episodes now is making this very exciting. And then, of course, Brawn was saving Huffer. So yeah, this was really, really cool. And then if we move them aside, actually, Hound actually appeared in the episode with Huffer once too. Actually, I think Hound was inside Huffer. It's kind of weird. But this is another nice official release. And that episode. Blue Streak making jokes after Windcharger rescued Bumblebee. This is the plus version. Really nice. And of course, Blue Streak was in the episode with Hound when he went go chasing after the Decepticons. Where Skywarp shot Ironhide down. Yeah. And then I have the upgrade set for those hips, along with the upgrade kit hips for Ratchet as well. Which I need to replace that head because Ratchet doesn't look too happy there. But another nice figure and list. One of my favorite Transformer characters, Prowl. Look at this nice plus version. And then the two brothers, Sunstreaker and Sideswipe. Look at this, is the plus version. Really nice. And Sunstreaker, really nice. Just disappointing they didn't give him a rocket hand. And then the official Skids, which I know everyone was conflicted because he only appeared in 2 episodes for just a few seconds. But this is still nice to have for those completists like me. Let's look at this. Really looks nice, especially with all these other ones. So Grapple is now missing his brother Hoist, but he is here with his brother Inferno, and both of these are really amazing design, how they were able to transform the crane and the ladder inside the body cavity. And then the Fans Toys versions of Brawn and Sea Spray. Look at this. This is so lovely. I love this. The second version, which people were complaining about, but look at this. What are you complaining about? This looks so awesome. Cartoon accurate. And then the plus version of Inferno, but I really now do want the Bad Cube version because the car doors are hanging off his shoulders just like the cartoon. But you know, we'll see. And the plus version of Smokescreen with his Jay Leno chin, really nice. And of course, another Fans Toys figure, Beachcomber. This really looks nice. I wish they would have gave you the accessory of the goat in hand, but oh well. And then the 2.0 of Perceptor, really nice. Doesn't really mesh with the Deformation Space Blaster, so have to wait for Fans Toys version of Blaster to go along with Tracks. That face, I think, could have been done a little bit better. But again, cohesively, these are all great together. Raoul and Blaster. Lovely accessory. And then, of course, Spike, Daniel, and Carly. This is really nice. And Power Glide. Really nice Power Glide with the exception of those inner thighs being red. And I love this accessory, Astoria. You're gonna drive me crazy. Oh, then the area bots. Oh yes, can't wait for the last 2. But these, they just look so awesome. Look at that. And you know, they're never going to be combined because I have the Zeta version, which is massive. I should, you know, one day take the time to enjoy the light and sound effects that this has. But thankfully, that's why I have these videos now, so I have reference of my collection. Oh yes, you can't have Superion without Omega Supreme. Look at that. So awesome. I love this. Yeah. Even though I am going to get the DX9 one as well for my extra set. Crazy having two sets. Oh, I'm currently working on the Protectobots by X-Transbot, which, you know, I always complain about, rightfully so. And the Mastermind Creations, which I think is gonna come through for us with the Protectobots. Yeah. And then last, my Dinobots. I think I already mentioned how these need to be redone to be more in that hypertoon aesthetic, because even though these are really, really nice, they are now outdated because of the new trending hypertoon aesthetic. So I don't know, Fans Toys, are you gonna remake these? They did remake this one, the Cesium. I don't remember the name. But they didn't do it for the rest of these. I mean, and you know what's interesting? I'm gonna start doing other videos of, you know, going back to Chug, which is the War for Cybertron version, because when you compare the War for Cybertron figures next to these two, yeah, the War for Cybertron figures seem pretty good. Unfortunately, it's not all of them, which is why I want to make some videos sharing my thoughts and opinions about that. And then this is my second swoop, because the first one broke after falling a few times. That crest on his head, the hand broke, so I had to freaking buy another one. But yeah, so this completes my masterpiece collection, and time to put all these away and see what videos I'm gonna do next.